Your meeting of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Holy Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So today, for our personal highlights, I want to start with the traditional Thanksgiving. I want to start by thanking Almighty God and my Blessed Mother, Our Lady. Somehow she's managed to take a young man from Scotland who only had Mass once a month, sometimes only every 2 months, and he made him a priest and his sister into a religious. I also want to thank His Excellency Bishop Averinus, not just for teaching me in the seminary, but for taking care of my soul, which is most important. I'm convinced that the Bishop's prayers and sacrifices have won many vocations for the Church and will continue to do so. I want to thank all the priests and seminarians who have helped me during my time here, particularly Father Borga, Father Sanquist, and Father Selner. I want to thank Father Caleb. He was my little Franciscan priest sent to baptize me in my mum's dream. This will be one of the only times you'll ever see me cry, so make the most. I want to say a special thank you to Father Jaime. Father, you know the type of person I am, that I don't open up to many people. In fact, probably only you and my mum truly know me. But many years ago, I had no choice, and I gave you the guidance completely over my soul. And I thank you for having taken such great care of me, because I know it's not been easy. Also want to mention Father Keeman Fawn, Father Craig, or as I always tell him, Father Craig. It's been a long road, but I'm glad I was able to do it with you two, and truly, we are spiritual brothers. Thank you to all the families here in Omaha, and for all CMRI for making me and my family feel so welcome. Thank you to all those back home in Scotland, and as much as it pains me, we can't forget England, for your support and for your long years of suffering, especially suffering without a priest on the island. Thank you to all of those who have supported me, not just financially, but most importantly by prayers and sacrifice. To all those who have sung in the choir, it's been a long week, but the end is in sight. This is the last one. Thank you to all the sisters, not just for the work that they do, but for the example they set by working with humility and obedience for the love of God. Thank you to Sister Agnes, Mary Hopkins, who made my vestment, and it was a painful process mainly because of me, but it was done with the love of God. I want to thank my family for all their prayers and sacrifices. They're just a quick story that some people may have heard, but when my mum was pregnant with me, the doctor said I was likely to be born with Down syndrome, and so they recommended that my mum have an abortion. Of course, this was never an option, and she made sure she spent 2.5 hours telling the doctor just what she thought of the situation. She had to give birth to me in a hospital cupboard because the doctors wouldn't want to risk anyone seeing me if I did have Down syndrome. So in a hospital cupboard with everyone walking in and out, I was born. My mum and dad never ever cared if I was born with Down syndrome. Obviously, I wasn't, but nevertheless, from the first moment of my life, no matter my defects, my mum and dad have always fought for me. And the greatest thing about my mum is that I know that she loves me, but that she loves God far more. To my dad, I want to thank you for your unwavering loyalty and devotion to Mum, to the family. And even though there's been ups and downs, I know there's never questioned that when push came to shove, you would be there to do whatever was necessary for the family. Now, I'm one of 12, no, 14, 15 Samuel and Mel who passed away in the baby girl. And I will be here all day if I mention my siblings one by one. But I do want to mention Miriam for your sacrifices and prayers, without ever looking for anything in return. I mentioned to Sister Veronica and Saoirse, the two other members of what we term the Omaha Three. To all my siblings, those here and those still at home in Scotland, only we can understand the trials and sufferings we have gone through. Satan has definitely tried to break us over the years. But look at what God has given us. We always say, and have always said, families are forever. And so my sincere desire for my family, for all of you, to reach heaven. Yeah. I want to start the sermon with a poem that I found by Rudyard Kipling. It says, if I were hanged in the highest hell, mothers o' mine, oh mothers o' mine. I know whose love would follow me still. Mothers o' mine, mothers o' mine. If I were drowned in the deepest sea, mothers o' mine, mothers o' mine. I know whose tears would come down to me, mothers o' mine, mothers o' mine. If I were damned in body and soul, I know whose prayers would make me whole. Mothers o' mine, mothers o' mine. Now, if I was to ask you to pray for me, would you? What if I was to ask you to feed me as well, or teach me the faith and about life in the world? What if I asked you to suffer an immense amount of pain for me? Would you do it? If I asked you to stay up all night for me to the point of exhaustion, would you do it? When I feel all alone, would you comfort me? If I caused you to be upset, confused, disappointed, lonely, would you still do all these things for me? You have no guarantee of me giving you anything in return for what you give me. And in fact, I could very well bring you more heart and joy. Would you still do them for me? I know who would do them. For you and for me. And they are our mothers. Now I say mothers for a reason. I use the plural because we have three mothers. We have our Blessed Mother, we have our Holy Mother, the Church, and we have our Mum. And why do I know that they will do these things for me? For you. Because our mothers live a life of love and sacrifice for their children. For us. Our Blessed Mother is our spiritual mother. We don't get confused and think that she did not conceive us in love, and that she did not suffer the pains of a spiritual childbirth for us. Yes, she didn't suffer in the flesh, Mary accepted her position as the mother of the entire human race with her humble fiat to the angel Gabriel. She gave her own will, so perfectly aligned it to God, and not only the Son of God, but also, and she conceived not only the Son of God, but she also conceived us as her spiritual children at that moment. And at the cross, her mother of sorrows stood in agony as her Son was nailed to the cross for our sins. She offered up all her sufferings in union with his, endured the pains of a spiritual labour, and with the words, "Woman, behold thy son," she brought us forth as her spiritual children. Mary conceived us in love and suffered for us. It is this willful agony which she endured for love of us that confirms, without a shadow of a doubt, that Mary, the perfect Mother of God, loved us, her spiritual children. Mary stood at the foot of the cross as her Son, the God-man, was nailed to it. He had been scourged, mocked, spat upon, and by whom? By us, her spiritual children. It was our sins that did it to him, and yet Mary still embraced us as her children, praying for us, praying for our souls, for our salvation. In fact, the very motive of her Son's suffering was hers: love for the human race and for the salvation of our souls, second only to God in His glory. Now imagine witnessing someone beat your child to death, willfully standing there, refusing to intervene. All the while you're offering up every ounce of that suffering, every ounce of that pain, for the very person whose hands tear the flesh of your son, for the very hands that cause the blood to pour forth from his body, from the flesh of your flesh, from the blood of your blood. Imagine shedding tears not just for your son, but also for the soul of the man who is doing it to him, knowing the damage he is doing to his own soul. That is what our Blessed Mother did for us. She offered all her suffering for us, praying unceasingly for our souls. And her prayers have not stopped. Her prayers continue, and she presents all these sufferings to Christ in union with his suffering, and asks him to help us, her children. She does this knowing that Mary will never love her back, will never love her son, will cause her more agony than joy, and yet she does it for love. Will you return this love to our Blessed Mother? It is not a question of how much are you worth to Mary. That is clear. It is clear from her suffering. The question is, how much is Mary worth to you? Now, our second mother, the Holy Mother of the Church, has she not been attacked, calumniated? Has she not suffered for us? Tertullian said the blood of martyrs is the seed of Christians. The Church has given her children as a sacrifice for us, our faith, our salvation. Throughout the centuries, she fed us with her doctrines, with her sacraments. She supported us from the treasury of her divine founder. And every day in the holy sacrifice of the Mass, every day in the great public prayer of the Church, the divine office, our Holy Mother prays for us unceasingly. And why does she do all this for us? Because she desires our salvation, and she will lead us to this end, if only we follow her. Now, in the past, and perhaps more in these times than ever, men Many her wayward children have attacked her. Those whom she raised, whom she gave life to, whom she nourished and supported, have turned on her. They have attacked her teaching. They have attacked her other children. And what has our Holy Mother, the Church, done? She has remained loyally faithful at the foot of the cross, suffering, praying for, and nourishing her children. She has condemned the errors of her wayward children, and if necessary, she cuts them off from the family in order to preserve the innocence of her faithful children, while never ceasing to pray for the return of the wayward. A mother never abandons her child. A mother will do all she can to save them and bring them happiness and joy. Our Holy Mother has sent many of her faithful children into the world as priests, as nuns, not only to be the guardians of her faithful children, but to bring her wayward children back into the family. This our Holy Mother does for us. This she does because she is a loving mother. But are we loving children? Do we listen to what she says and tells us? Do we eat from her table? Do we try and limit her sufferings? Do we defend her honour? Our worth to our Holy Mother is clear, but what is her worth to us? And now for our third mother, the Catholic mum, conceived and loved, delivered in pain, raised with blood, sweat and tears, suffering no doubt, love unquestionable. It is the Catholic mum who teaches her child to love and to suffer. She feeds you before she feeds herself. She clothes you before she clothes herself. She puts you to bed before she herself rests. She wipes your tears before her own. She comforts you before she herself is comforted. And she prays for you before she prays for herself, but never neglects to do both. She doesn't praise you herself, though. She doesn't pray for you herself. The Catholic mum knows she unites her motherhood with the two other mothers. She commends your soul to the protection of Our Lady, brings you to the church to be born to your Holy Mother. The Catholic mum loves. She sacrifices for you flesh of her flesh, the blood of her blood. And she does so for your soul. The Catholic mum teaches you to love. And when you see one so utterly devoted to God, to his mother, to his church, when you see one humble and obedient to their husband, when you see one putting their temporal needs last, but never ever putting their soul last, never neglecting what matters, when you see one utterly in love with you, wanting only the good for you, when you see one doing all they can to save your soul, no matter the sacrifice, the pain, the suffering, then how can one do anything but win your heart? It is in seeing this love that our mum bears for us that we learn just how much our Blessed Mother and our Holy Mother Church loves us. It is the Catholic mum who knows us, shows us how to love our first two mothers, our Blessed Mother and our Holy Mother, the Church. For one is imperfect and two are perfect. Yet it is by the example of the Catholic mum, the imperfect of our three mothers, that we understand just how much our two perfect mothers suffered for us, how much our two perfect mothers love us, how much they pray for us, how much they desire our salvation. It is the love and sacrifice of the Catholic mum that teaches us such a confidence in our two perfect mothers. The thinking in the child of a faithful, loving mum is this: I know that my mum loves me and would do anything to help me. No matter what I did wrong, I know she will always love me and want to save my soul. And yet she is not perfect. So how much more must my Blessed Mother, Our Lady, and my Holy Mother, the Church, who are perfect, how much more must they want to help me? How much more must they love me and want to save my soul? You see, the Catholic mum can truly teach her children by a life of love and sacrifice to love our two perfect mothers and to confide in them, and she can help them to win our hearts. Sons are worth what their mothers are worth, but what does that mean? When I was at home one summer during the seminary, I kept saying this line over and over again to my mum and sisters as a joke. We have no idea where I got it from, but it did make me think, what does it mean? Sons are worth what their mothers are worth. This is the question I want you to ask yourself. What are your mothers worth to you? What is our Blessed Mother worth to you? What is our Holy Mother, the Church, worth to you? What is your mum worth to you? How much do they mean to you? Would you trade them for someone else? For something else? How much Mary, our Blessed Mother, is worth to you? How much the Church is worth to you? How much is your mum worth to you? Friends in Christ, how much you love our Blessed Mother, how much you love our Holy Mother, the Church, how much you love your mum will determine your worth in the sight of God. One of the biggest problems we have in society today is that we do not recognise the value of our three mothers, but especially our two perfect mothers. Sons and daughters so often abandon their mums, not talking to them, not calling them, not praying for them, not sacrificing for them, not loving them. They are quick to blame and slow to thank. Sons and daughters abandon our Blessed Mother, not reverencing her, not speaking to her, not seeking her help or counsel, not sacrificing for her, not loving her. Quick to blame and slow to thank. Sons and daughters leave the Church, contradict her, deny her, neglect her. Quick to blame and slow to thank. And so we must make sure to pray to Our Lady, tell her how much we love her, thank her for her sacrifices, her intercession for us to her Divine Son. Pray her Holy Rosary and meditate upon her life, where you will see clearly how much Mary, our Mother, loves you. You must love Holy Mother, the Church, by following her commandments, partaking of her sacraments, following her teachings and wise judgments, and by defending her against the attacks of her enemies. And we must love our own mums, praying for their souls, thanking them for their sacrifices and giving them our hearts as they gave us theirs. So on this Mother's Day, I want to thank you all for being an example of love and sacrifice, and encourage all good mothers to continue to live a life of love and sacrifice for your children. Unite your motherhood to our Blessed Mothers and to our Holy Mother, the Church. I want to thank all you mothers for teaching us to love. Thank my own mum for winning my heart. And for winning my heart for the Blessed Mother and the Holy Mother of the Church. And I pray my heart always remains in their foundation. Your mothers, your three mothers, have shown their worth to you. Now all of you live your life showing them what their worth is to you. Your worth to them is clear. Now it's time to show them how much they mean to you. God bless you all. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost.